of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio, and thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Sister Frances Manalili, tuning in live from Frankfurt, Germany, and I'm happy to be here tonight as your host. Time check, we have 8:01 p.m. Central European Standard Time, and we're very happy to be here tonight. And of course, we would like to also announce our topic about education, children about online safety. So, teaching children about online safety is a crucial practice in many households, especially in families where children use the internet for various activities. So, this practice can provide both opportunities and challenges for ensuring children's safety, educating them about responsible online behavior, and fostering a sense of security and awareness in the digital world. So we will get to our topic conversation later on, but before that, of course, we will introduce to you our favorite segment, which is German is Fun. Enjoy! Okay, I see we have a little bit of technical problems, but we will get back to that for sure. So we will continue, of course, and get to know our dear panelists that we have invited for tonight. So let's get to introduce them to you. So we have here our brother Henry Paul. Could you please introduce yourself, Paul, brother?
Hello again, brothers and sisters of Central Europe and around the world. My name is Brother Henry Inocencio from the local congregation and cluster of Heidelberg, Kaiserslautern Extension. Hope everyone is doing well and thank you for viewing, Paul.
Thank you, Brother Henry, for being with us here this evening. And of course, we would like to introduce to you, of course, Brother Emil and Sister Aislinn, who are also here with us. Hello, Paul.
Hello po everyone. Good evening po. Good morning and good day to everyone who are tuning in INC Radio Central Europe. Thank you for having us today po. I am Brother Emil, GWS Overseer po of Group Worship Service in Luxembourg. Together with me is Sister Aislinn that she would like also to introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Aislinn and I'm 10 years old and I'm a part of the CWS in Luxembourg.
Thank you so much, Brother Emil and Sister Aislinn, for being with us here tonight. And of course, we have our dear minister, Brother Christian Reynoso, with us as well. Hello, Pope Brother.
Hi, Sister Frances, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the brethren who are tuning in with us in our INC radio. I could feel the energy and power from Brother Henry there in Heidelberg and also from Brother Emil and Sister Aislinn from Luxembourg. Thank you for having us this evening of our episode.
Thank you also, Brother Christian, for being with us here as well. And of course, we will get to hear the stories of our dear panelists in our topic conversation. But before that, we introduce to you once more our favorite segment, which is German is Fun. Have fun!
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Hello everyone, wie geht's euch? I'm Sister Malu Francisco inviting you to German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. Every Sunday at this time, we invite you to join us on a fun journey of discovering the charm of the German language. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Today we'll answer an email from Southern Philippines from Ipil, Zamboanga City. The sender is Sister Melanie Galvez. And her question is this: Ate, bakit ang the ay paiba-iba ang version sa German kung minsan ay der, die, o kaya ay das? Why is it that the word the has three versions in German, sometimes der, die, or das? First, thank you so much, Sister Melanie, for sending us your question, and greetings to you, to your friends, and especially to your family, to your mom. We wish her speedy recovery. So we'll now answer your question. First, let's have examples here. The coffee, der Kaffee. The milk, die Milch. The water, das Wasser. The bread roll, das Brötchen. The yogurt, der Joghurt. In German, all words called nouns like coffee, milk, bread, library, Mrs. Francisco, Germany, all these nouns, in German, they have genders, grammatical genders. Interesting, right? So we said in German, all nouns have genders, masculine, feminine, or neutral. But how do we know if a word is masculine, feminine, or neutral? The trick is simple. All you have to do is look at the article that goes with the noun. Now, let's take a look again at the pictures that I showed you a while ago. Which ones are masculine? The words with der Kaffee, der Yogurt. And what about the feminine words? And that is die Milch, the milk. And which ones are the neutral words? Das Wasser, das Brötchen, the bread roll. Let's continue practicing. Wir üben weiter. You'll be hearing the German words for the central train station, for the train, for the streetcar, for the Autobahn, boat, and for the car. Let's continue practicing the use of the indefinite articles, eine, and ein, and the definite articles, der, die, das. First, I'll say the words in English and then say them in German. I'll say the words twice and please repeat after me. A main railway station, ein Hauptbahnhof. Der Hauptbahnhof. Der Hauptbahnhof ist alt, old. Der Hauptbahnhof ist alt. The train, ein Zug, der Zug. Der Zug ist modern. The train is modern. Der Zug ist modern. Streetcar, das ist eine Straßenbahn. Die Straßenbahn. Die Straßenbahn ist voll. Die Straßenbahn ist voll. Motorway or Autobahn. Eine Autobahn. Die Autobahn. Die Autobahn ist lang. Die Autobahn ist lang. A boat. Ein Boot. Das Boot. Das Boot ist weiß. Das Boot ist weiß. Weiß, remember? White. Car. Auto. And it's also called Wagen. But we say der Wagen. Ein Auto, das Auto. Das Auto ist schnell, fast. Take note, SCH in German is pronounced like this, just like the initial sound of the English word shell. You would say schnell. Das Auto ist schnell. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. This this has been today's episode on German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. And once again, thanks Sister Melanie Galvez for sending us your question. And greetings to all of you, to all your friends there in Ipil, Zamboanga City, and to your office mates in Metro Philippines Centrum. I'm Sister Malu Francisco saying thank you very much for your company. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss! German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Hello and welcome back to INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. And this was German is Fun or Deutsch macht Spaß with our dear sister Malu. Thank you so much, Kamalu, for teaching us again the German words and also articles in German. And now to our next part, since we have already introduced our panelists to you, we will have our icebreaker, which we have prepared for this evening. So may we ask, with the help of Tech, to show us the slide. So this icebreaker is connected to our topic conversation for today. So I hope everyone is ready. And the icebreaker is called the word scramble. So we will show you different slides, and you have to guess the correct word. Okay, may we ask Tech to show us the first word, please? Okay. So I see smiles here. So what could this word be? Let's maybe ask Sister Aislinn.
I think the word means internet.
Okay, Sister Aislinn says internet. So let's ask Tech, could you please reveal the correct answer? Internet. Very correct, sister. Okay, applause for you. Okay. Good job. Okay, let's move on to the second word. Okay. What could this be? Let's ask Brother Henry. What could this word be?
It took me a while to figure that out, sister, but I think the word is safety.
Okay, Brother Henry says it's safety, and it looks very good. So let's ask Tech to please reveal the correct answer. Safety. Thank you, Brother Henry. Correct word. Okay. Let's move on, and we have a third word, and let's see what this word could be. Okay. Brother Christian, what could this word mean, brother?
Oh, I think it's account.
Account. Okay. Is it account? Tech, please reveal the answer. Account. Correct, brother. Thank you so much for. Okay. And then we have the next word, please, Tech. Okay. Oh, I think this word gives it already away. Let's ask Brother Emil. What could this answer be, brother?
It's too obvious for me. It's privacy.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Emil. Let's ask Tech. Is the word privacy? Okay. Thank you so much for Brother Emil. Okay. And then you have a last word, a fifth word, and let's reveal it, please. Okay, this is, I think, a bit harder. What could this be? Okay, who knows the answers? You can raise your hand. What do you think? Okay, Brother Henry was raising his hand first. What is this word?
And the answer is ginger tea. No, I'm just kidding. The answer is training.
Okay, so is it ginger tea or training, Tech? Please reveal the answer. Training. Okay, good job to everyone. Okay, so this was our little icebreaker which we have prepared for tonight. And now we will thank you first of all to everyone who participated. And now we will move on to our topic conversation. And our main topic for this month is family. And for tonight, our topic is education children about online safety. So let's get right into it and ask the first question to Brother Henry. But first of all, before we start, could you maybe introduce yourself again, po, and tell us how many children do you have, Brother Henry?
So I am a parent of two young, beautiful daughters, the ages of 10 and 6. And I also work in the information technology or IT industry. So I am also very familiar with the computers, the internet, networking, and even child safety in this regard.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Henry. Also, thank you for being with us here. Very good to know that you also work in the IT field, and I believe Brother Amiel also works in the same field. So we're very excited to hear about your side, Paul. So let's first get to know, Paul, the first question. Can you tell us what are some key topics you include when teaching your children about online safety?
So when it comes to online safety, when I'm speaking to my children and giving them uh, the parental guidance and advice that they need, we always try to ensure that they are uh, viewing and using the proper content for their age. They are already in school, so they have been exposed to a lot of what is right and what is wrong, and also as active members of the church, attending the children's worship service. Uh, they are all the more reinforced with recognizing what is good and what is bad. And so when they are using the internet or the online applications that they have access to, um, one thing I'm always keep them aware of is to listen to the words and to hear the words. If they recognize that it's not for them, they know what are the words that they're not supposed to hear. And I'm also very actively engaged. They are always within uh, my my surrounding. They're always nearby, so I can always hear and see what exactly they're doing. So when it comes to their safety, the moment there is a sound or picture of something that is not appropriate for them, um, as a parent, I immediately take action and want to redirect them to something more appropriate for their age. Uh, they are very well, they know how to use the devices very well. And so, with that, I'm also allowing them to use the applications that are meant for children. Luckily, there are applications that are designed just for the children alone by these different companies. So I'm very thankful for that. Therefore, they can be redirected to the age appropriate content for them. So, in as much as I can advise them and give them some safety tips, what to hear, what not to hear, what to listen to, what not to watch, I still, as a parent, need to be very aware and to watch exactly what it is they're doing to keep them safe online.
Thank you for sharing with us your tips and stories, Paul, Brother Henry. So it's very good that you mentioned, Paul, that even though they are exposed at this young age, they can already know what the right words are and or the bad words, so they can really um, also take action when they see, oh, this is not good for me. Okay, I can also come to my parents and also ask. And you also mentioned that when cases like these happen, that you are also there for them, and which is also very important. And also that you mentioned they're also using apps which are made for children, which is very good. And could you tell us, so since they have or are exposed to the digital gadgets or the internet, um, when did you really start discussing online safety with them?
So the moment that they were able to use the applications without my help, and they figured out how to load the different videos or to go to the different games, then that demonstrates or that shows that they've gotten smarter, they've gotten more independent, they can make choices. And so at the moment, at the age of 5, when my daughter was able to navigate that on her own, and that's when I immediately had to start to talk to her, not all in one sitting, it's here and there. It's not a one time sit down and talk with my daughter, okay, this is how you use it, and then I walk away, and then I trust her and I leave her alone. It's a continual, it's a constant talk to. So what are you watching now? What is that you're listening to? Okay, that's so we're always communicating as to what's going on, what she's doing, so I can always be sure exactly what the content is that she's watching. And it's even come to a point now that I can sing along with the songs with her. Whatever it is that she's watching, I've gotten very familiar with the characters, the different shows, and she can even ask me a question about some of these shows, and I've because I've watched them. Sometimes I'll even say sometimes on my own time, just to make sure that the content is okay. I will still watch it anyway, um, and just to make sure that it's nothing that is inappropriate for her and that it's okay for her. So the moment that she showed that she knew how to use the technology and the applications, and that's when we could start discussing and communicating what to do, what not to do, and to ensure that she is safely using the applications when she goes online.
Thank you for sharing with us, Brother Henry. And it's very good points that you have mentioned. You also told us or shared with us that you also have that communication with them, which is very important also at a young age. Talking to children about the dangers and the benefits of the internet, and encouraging them to also come to you with any concerns. And then also you mentioned that you're also keeping or monitoring their activity, which is also very important for their young age. Uh, Showing concerns, yeah, what are you doing? What are you playing? Which is very important, um, because the children nowadays are very exposed to the internet. And yes, so thank you for sharing with us, Brother Henry. And can you also tell us what are your own experiences with managing your children's online safety or online activity?
So when it comes to online activity, is that when my children, when they're really enjoying whatever it is they're watching or they're playing, part of the safety is to just not even be online at all. And so that's where the managing comes in terms of balancing. Uh, and as a parent who likes to be actively involved, I will tell my children, all right, let's put the devices down, let's go outside, let's go play, let's go do physical activities. And so we would go to the park, I would go play basketball with them, or we'd go for walks outside. Oh, let's go walk and drop off some food to our neighbor, or let's go do this. Anything that can allow them to put the device down, even playing in the house. Um, it's safe to just not even be in those environments, to not even have a device. And so that's where managing comes in to uh, and I'll include that even for even adults and parents. Sometimes we can be on the device a little too long too. And so we all put the device down, and we all uh, try to find that balance of preventing ourselves. Like in our generation, when I was a child, the term couch potato was very popular, as we'd be on the couch all day and watching television. Nowadays, the children, you'll find them in all sorts of positions with their phone. They'll be lying down on the bed, they'll be sideways, they'll be upside down, they'll be on the couch. and and now it's not even limited to couch potato, it's just a potato wherever they may be. So as long as we're physically active, sometimes of the day, especially now that for my kids the school year is finished, more so they could be on their devices, but without the proper management they'll be on the devices all day. And so now we have to be fully engaged with them to ensure that they are also outside exercising and putting the devices down and it sometimes is just safer to not even be online.
Thank you for sharing with us, Brother Henry. So I can only very agree with you now, especially that the generation is very exposed to the internet. They might only be at home, be on their gadgets, and maybe forget the actual activities that they can also do outside or even at home with playing with toys. Um, and yes, which is also very important to mention that you should have, like you said, have a certain level of balance and control, especially for children to still go outside and play in the garden or with friends. And yes, that should definitely not be forgotten. And yes, so thank you, Brother Henry. We will get back to you. Of course, we would like to hear the side of Ka Amil and Sister Aislinn, who are also here with us. Um, Thank you so much again for being with us here tonight. So, Brother Amil po, could you tell us how many children do you have po?
Hello po. Good evening to everyone. Again, Brother Amil, I'm a parent of two children. Two children. So one is already a teenager. He's 19 years old. Our eldest is 19 years old. His name is Brother Aaron, and Sister Icebreaker is our youngest, which is turning 11 this October.
Thank you, Brother Amil, for sharing that with us. And we're also happy to have also Sister Aislinn here with us, hearing also her point of view. So let's also get to ask you, Brother Amil. So, what are some key topics that you include when teaching your children about online safety?
Thank you for your question, Sister Frances. Indeed, what Brother Henry says about the exposure of our children in the children of generation today in online activities in social media, where our society indeed is very much dependent in the internet nowadays. So there are a couple of key topics that we always discuss as a parents to our children when in terms of going online in their daily activities. Is first, of course, they will always remember, and in fact, I guess maybe you will hear with Sister Aislinn later on that we always tell them that a phrase or example phrase of "don't listen." So, what does it mean? Don't listen. So, in the world today, when we are watching or we are going online, we see many of the advertisement pops up when we are browsing, and those kind of advertisement sometimes serves as a bait for many of us. So in terms of bait, in terms of viruses, or maybe in terms of distracting you to what you are doing, and maybe giving you another information of what the society is supporting nowadays. So, in fact, that we always tell to our children when they receive such information or they receive such pop-ups, advertisement that they always see whenever they are doing something online. Be careful, be vigilant, be smart enough that they should always think of what they are doing and what their objectives when they are online, especially that they nowadays that they use this kind of technology when doing their assignments, doing some research. So we always tell them that to be smart and vigilant, and don't listen to many of the things that they see in the internet, especially if that is against the teaching that they receive in the church.
Thank you for sharing with us, Brother Amil, and very good points that you have mentioned. You have mentioned that um, you give a phrase to your children, which is "don't listen," and that's also very true because there are um, many false things that are on the internet and that people shouldn't believe right away. So it's always good to seek advice or seek for your parents and ask them, especially also at a young age. Now, Sister Aislinn is turning 11 in October, so you're also more exposed to the internet, right? So your dad has said that he taught you not to listen to um, those false things or advertisement, all those kinds of things that are showing up on the internet. So, could you tell us how do you feel about that when your dad is teaching you about online safety?
How I feel is when my dad is teaching me online safety, I should always be careful and wise what I'm watching or what I'm listening to on the internet.
Yes, that's very good to know, and very good that you mentioned that you should always be careful. Like every one of us should be careful, especially also to the younger children, or now to the ones who are more exposed to the internet, and to not always believe or don't believe right away, especially like Camille said, when it goes against the teaching of God. So we should always be careful in our action and what we do on the internet. Okay, so to our next question, Camille, can you tell us when did you start discussing online safety with your children?
Yeah. So I think my answer will be the same as brother Henry's answer. When they start becoming independent on using devices, and they are they are choosing, and they are choosing already what they would like to do in using the devices. So we start teaching them. We start telling them about different things that they would need to remember when they are going online. Of course, on their young age, I think they were. Aislinn is 4 or 5 years old during the time that we always, and like Brother Henry, we always watch her what she's watching and where on which website that she's being forwarded to when she clicks this and click that. So that's when the do not listen started, and then. Of course, when we are teaching her how to use and how to use the devices and how to use the internet, is we teach her the proper way. So with that, we are, I would say, we are not 100%, but we have the confident that when she use the internet, she will start using it on a proper way.
Thank you for sharing with us, Camille. And can you then tell us what were your own experiences with managing your children's online activity?
Ah, Managing online activity of our children, it's not a new one for me, for Aislinn, because as I mentioned a while ago, we have our eldest who is 19 years old already. And in fact, we still manage their even his internet connection as well, his daily activities online as well, even today. And that doesn't apply only to our eldest, also applies to Aislinn, but of course, it applies also to our whole family or as a household. So in our household, we have this as an IT parent, same as Brother Henry. I'm also working in IT industry, so we have more exposure in terms of technology and how we would be able to apply those technology into our daily lives as well. So as an IT parent, and we try to implement in our household the no Wi-Fi hour. So no Wi-Fi hour, so means there are certain times on a day where we turn off the Wi-Fi. And why we do that? So we turn off the Wi-Fi to remind them that on a specific hours of the day that they have to disconnect to online and reconnect with the real life. So reconnect with the family. So at some point they are watching in their room, they are playing computers, they are doing something on their tablet, and all of a sudden that the Wi-Fi turns off. They knows that schedule, so they have to come down and spend time with the family. So maybe watch a movie together for quite number of hours. And in fact, we also use that as well as a reminder that when we disconnect before at the end of the day, we should do our family hour. So it's a good practice. So it's a good practice for them that when they realize and they say, okay, at the time at this certain time, 10 p.m. for example, the internet will go on. Okay, we will go off. So we have to finish all the things that we are doing, wrap up all the discussions that we have with our friends, and then we because we're going down and then start our conversation with the family. And in fact, we also did a schedule not only on a daily basis and not only on sleeping time to disconnect. And we also use that as well. So, like for example, during worship services schedule. So we have in Luxembourg we have our Thursday worship schedule. So at in the evening. So we set our time. We set our time to turn off the Wi-Fi, for example, at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. The Wi-Fi turns off at 5 p.m. on Thursday. It's already worship service. I have to prepare. So means I will not be distracted at all to start preparing myself in attending the worship service. So with that kind of management, for us as a parent, we see their commitment. We see their commitment, how they would like to disconnect, and they need to spend time with the family. So to discuss something, our personal well-being, our daily lives, that what happened to school, what happens. Of course, we discuss also what happens to our work, why we came home late because of this and that. So that also give a opportunity for us by disconnecting to the internet. Gives more ample time to bond as a family.
Very great tips, Brother Ami, that you have shared with us, and which I think are also very great. So you mentioned the no Wi-Fi hour. I did not have that in my time, but I think that's a very good idea, especially now that yeah we are so exposed to the internet and we are caught up most of the time on our phones, which should not be the case. Of course, we should also not forget to spend time with the family. And like you mentioned, when it's time, when the Wi-Fi is not working or it's stopping for that time, it's time. Oh, okay, I have to go down and spend time with the family, which also should not be forgotten. And you said that you also mentioned the family hour, which is also very important for each family, of course, to see how the parents are doing, how the children are doing, the connection, the relationship between them, that you also spend time together and not be too caught up on the internet or on your phone, but of course to still spend time with each other. So thank you for sharing with that with us, Brother Amil. And of course, we don't forget Sister Aislinn. So we also have a question for you. Can you tell us how do your parents help you manage your online activities?
How my parents help me with my online activities is that they remind me that I'm too much on my phone and my iPad, and sometimes they will just tell me to go outside and walk the dogs, or sometimes I would just play my sport.
That's good to also have a reminder from the parents, not to forget, of course, our household or our tasks that you have to do at home. But also, of course, it's a great reminder when our parents tell us, yeah, uh, okay, you're too much on your phone, take a break, to have that disconnection, like Camille said, not to be also too caught up, but also, of course, fulfill the other tasks that you have to do. And that also should not be forgotten. And thank you so much for now, dear panelists, for sharing with us your stories. And we will get back to you. But before that, we have so many comments on our YouTube live chat that our dear viewers and listeners have shared with us. So let's read them out. So we have from Brother Mario Calvello, to check our children how they are using the online website is very important to keep them safe. Hashtag Berlin and hashtag Meissen. And then we also have a greeting from Sister Hanatea Lily. And then we also have Kajeri. Shout out to Kajeri. He commented special greetings to my granddaughter Audrey from Los Angeles County District, and hashtag Heidelberg. Then we also have shout out to Kamichelle, Sister Ursula Wegmann, to Cascott, and also to Sister Josephina Rogan, who's watching from the local of Moscow, Russia district of Northern Europe. Thank you so much, Sister, for tuning in. And then we also have a comment from Sister Elinda Vargas. Good evening po mga kapatid. Greetings from the local of East Beirut, Lebanon. Wow, thank you so much, Sister, for joining us. And then we also have from Sister Trisha Ikban. We love our IT parents. Hashtag Heidelberg. And then we have so many comments to read out. And then here, I think we have a good one. So we have from Sister Elisha, and she commented, communication is really key, and it comes, of course, with trust, which is so important. With that, I can easily talk to my parents and be open about any topic and questions. Hashtag Heidelberg. Very true, said Sister Elisha. And then we also have from Sister Rachel, and she commented, guiding and teaching our children regarding internet safety is very important, especially with all the technology now, which was different when we were growing up. And I can very agree with you, Sister Rachel. Hashtag Heidelberg Cluster. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And then we also have from Brother Gert, it is really important that we as parents control the internet from our kids, what they watch and how long. Best regards from Brother Gert from the local of hashtag Berlin and hashtag Meissen. Thank you so much for your lovely comments and sharing also how you feel about this topic, dear viewers and listeners. And we are still very excited to read more comments out later on. But before that, we will have a short station break.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Finally, school's over.
Yo, Andre, let's play that new game.
I have a test coming up tomorrow. I should probably study. I've been really excited to play that new game. What should I do?
We missed you on the game yesterday. How'd the test go though?
Really well, actually. Gotta make smart choices, you know?
And that's the value of making the right and smart choices while we're still young. It's also a matter of self-discipline. Wise decisions we make in our youth help us achieve a meaningful and purposeful life, bringing honor and glory to our Almighty God.
You know what, Rye?
I don't know, I was like, yeah.
Hello? Earth to Ryan!
I'm so sorry. What's up?
I noticed you've been on your phone a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been really busy.
And I noticed it's been a while since you've caught up with me over phone call.
You're right. I'm sorry. I've just been busy. Like I said, family, work, so many things, life. When do you want me to call you?
How about sometime this week?
Okay, sure. I've been a bad friend. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
How has life been? Maybe I should call you next week.
Yes, like we
Okay.
discussed.
Yes, you're right.
You know, I totally understand that life gets busy, but it's still important to catch up with your friends and make time for that.
I know. That's true. I will do it. Thank you so much for reminding me. I feel like I need to remind myself and others too. I haven't caught up with a lot of people in my life.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
No matter how busy life gets, remember to communicate with your friends and family. You never know when they just need someone to talk to. This has been a reminder from INCRadio San Diego.
INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. And thank you again for tuning in. My name is Sister Frances Manavili. I'm the host for tonight, and our topic conversation is education children about online safety for those who have just tuned in. And we will continue with our topic conversation later on. But for now, we have time check 8:45 p.m. And yes, so for our next segment, which will be a Christian music video, it will be The People of God Give Him Glory. So I'm very excited to watch that CMV. So let's ask Kwiatek to show us.
We wake up in the morning, fully aware of life's purpose, living by God's directions, living true obedience. We were promised salvation at the end of our journey, so we make daily decisions to renew our lives to stay worthy. 'Cause we know what to do, we know who we are, called into the fold, hail from afar too. Blessed to be stressed, yes we truly are the Church of Christ. People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who were given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. People of God, let His praise we sung. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. We will never lose focus in sharing the truth of God's promise. He wants the world to know this. There's nothing that can stop us. 'Cause we know what to do. We know who we are, called into the fold. Hail from afar too. Blessed to be stressed. Yes, we truly are the Church of Christ. People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who were given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. People of God, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. Follow God, give Him glory. Change our old ways, give Him glory. Share our faith, give Him glory. Praise His name. People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who were given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. People of God, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. Give Him glory. People of God, raise your voices high. Into your love, to live from the first right. Now what His love, give Him glory. Give Him glory. We wake up in the morning, fully aware of life's purpose.
This was the Christian music video People of God Give Him Glory, performed by our dear little TWS in the district of Central Europe. And we're very happy to have seen this music video. And yes, we're very proud of you, dear little children. Thank you for showing us this lovely video. And now we move on to our next segment, which is CFO in action. So let's ask Kwiatek to please. For our CFO in action, we have invited our dear minister, Brother Christian Reynoso, who is here with us tonight. Hello po, dear Ka Christian.
Hi once again, Sister Frances, and to everyone who are tuned in our tonight's INC Radio Central Europe. We would like to showcase some of our activities with God's help and with approval of the church administration. And would like to ask Kwiatek. First, we did have our INC Giving summer clothes donation there in Berlin, Germany. And you could see the preparation of the brethren, like hygiene products, and also some bags, towels that could be of use to our fellow men. We could extend our acts of kindness, and these things will bring inspiration not only to our brethren but looking at other people smile when it comes to these activities. The next activity that we have is the CFO Youth Summit, and this is district wide. As you could see, the next slide will be from Berlin. You can see the activeness of our brethren there. Also, the next will be there in Amsterdam, led by Brother Jason Dolalas, our Assistant District Minister. Also, there in Frankfurt, Germany, they had their CFO Youth Summit. Next would be here in Bonn. We also have had our CFO Youth Summit. Next would be in Meissen, Germany. Though they are just GWS, they also find time to unite with this activity. Next would be there in Hamburg, Germany. They also had their CFO Youth Summit. And also there in Rotterdam, I believe they did have that activity that made them more active in the Christian Family Organization. Another activity, brethren, that we would like to share is the blood sugar monitoring activity. And that was held there in Schwarzwald, or in English, Black Forest. That is Schwarzwald Group Worship Service, also in Germany. You could see the checking of blood sugar of the brethren to ensure that they maintain good health that they will use in serving our Lord God. Well, other activities, God willing, will also be showcased here in CFO in action. But we would like also to take this opportunity, brethren, to invite you all to participate this coming June 14. We'll be having our Bible missions in every local congregation in line with the worldwide activity launched by the church administration. Let us all be united in sharing our faith, sharing the good news of salvation that we believe inside the Church of Christ. That's only for now, Sister Francis and the rest of our viewers. Have a pleasant evening to all of you.
Thank you so much, Brother Christian, for sharing with us and updating us about the recently held activities here in the District of Central Europe. And we're very happy to see that all the brethren are united in all of the activities launched by church administration. And yes, so now we will move on to our topic conversation part 2, where our viewers and listeners will fill in the blank. So our sentence here is: one important rule we teach our children about online safety is blank. So let's start with Brother Henry. So what is one important rule that you teach your children about online safety?
So one important rule we teach the children about online safety is knowing when to stop and knowing when to put the device down. Because as mentioned earlier, the safest thing we can do about being online is just not being online at all. And so when you put that device down, and they're able to do the regular things, the normal day-to-day things. Like, for example, sometimes with having a device in hand, they forget that they are eating lunch or eating dinner, and they forget that they have a spoon with food in it, but they're staring at their phone still, and they forget to put the food in their mouth. And so online safety, or just actually being online too much, can be a big distraction. And so as mentioned, the safest thing to do is sometimes just not be in a place where you could be distracted, or even in a physical setting, you don't want to be in a dangerous place. So let's not be in that dangerous place. And sometimes it's just put the device down and take care of our chores, take care of our homework, take care of the things that we need to do. And that is one way to be safe online, is to be offline.
Very well said, Brother Henry. Thank you for your important rule that you shared with us, and also for being with us here tonight. And of course, we would like to ask Brother Emil and Sister Iceland. But let's first start with Brother Amil. So, what is one important rule that you would like to teach the children about online safety?
Yeah. For me, to fill in the blanks that question, I guess the most important thing that I would say is to stay Christian even online. So that means so much of, or I would say that means a lot of things for generation today or for the children to remember or to understand. But for them, like for my daughter, I always tell her to stay Christian even online. So means be kind, be watchful, use your time in the internet or being online properly, and make use of it to become an example, to your friends, acquaintances, and even sharing the good news, sharing information about the activities of the church to your social media, to your friends, that who knows that she may be used as an instrument to call her friends to be a members to be also a members in the church.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Brother Amil. And let's also ask lastly, Sister Aislinn, so what is one important rule that your parents have taught you about online safety?
One important rule that they taught me is that I should never listen to everything they say in online, because there's a lot of things that are wrong in online, but there's only a few that's right.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Aislinn, for sharing that with us. And also, Brother Amil and Brother Henry, so like you have mentioned, but we will summarize it. So, Brother Henry said that we should not be too caught up, of course, in our daily lives to only be on the internet, but also to take care of the things that we have to do, that they won't be forgotten, to also engage in other activities and only being on the phone or be on the internet, which is very important. Thank you, Brother Henry. And also important to mention is that especially as members inside the Holy Church, that even when we are online, we should always remember that even when we're online, that we should always act like Christians. So that should never be forgotten. But yes, so thank you to everyone in engaging in our topic conversation for tonight. And yes, so now to our next segment, we will of course announce the winners of last week's challenge, our top 3 clusters. Kuya Tech, please show us the winners.
Third place, Bayern Cluster. Second place, Zurich Cluster. First place, Berlin Cluster.
Okay, congratulations to all of the clusters who have won today, and also to the cluster of Berlin for winning first place. Of course, you also have a chance to win next week's challenge if you have commented down below in our YouTube live chat for today. So now we will go on and have our closing. So we have our shout out time, and we would, of course, like to say thank you to our dear panelists, Brother Henry, Sister Aislinn, Brother Amir, and Brother Christian for being with us here tonight, for sharing your experiences and your stories. And also, we would like to thank our dear viewers and listeners for tuning in. Of course, thank you to our District CFO Advisor, Brother Scott Augustine, to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Jason Dulalas, and to our District Minister, Brother Joel B. Catalan. Thank you so much, Paul. Of course, we would like to thank our CFO Coordinator and CEBSI President, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. And most importantly, thank you to the church administration and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. This has been INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see each other next week. Bye!